Every time I read these words, I want to share it with everyone around me. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I hope you enjoy it. The Pearls of Wisdom is by an unknown author. So here goes. Some of the oldest and most delightfully written words in the English language are the collective nouns dating back from medieval times, used to describe birds and beasts. Many of these go back 500 years or more, and lists of them appeared as early as 1440 in some of the first books printed in English. These words frequently offer an insight into the nature of the animals or the birds they describe. Sometimes this is factual and sometimes it's poetic, and occasionally it's profound, like a pride of lions, a party of jays, an ostentation of peacocks, an exultation of larks, a gaggle of geese, a charm of finches, a bed of clams, a school of fish, a cloud of gnats, and a parliament of owls are some examples. Over time, these sorts of words have been extended into other things as well. And one of my favourites is Pearls of Wisdom. An oyster is soft, tender, and vulnerable. Without the sanctuary of its shell, it could not survive. But oysters must open their shells in order to breathe water. Sometimes, while an oyster is breathing, a grain of sand will enter its shell and be part of its life from then on. Such grains of sand cause pain, but an oyster does not alter its soft nature because of this. It does not become hard and leathery in order not to feel. It continues to entrust itself to the ocean, to open and breathe in order to live. But it does not respond. Slowly and patiently, the oyster wraps the grain of sand in thin, translucent layers until over time it's created something of great value in the place where it was most vulnerable to its pain. Not every oyster can do this, but oysters that can are far more valuable to people than oysters that do not. Sand is a way of life for an oyster. If you are soft and tender and must live on the sandy floor of the ocean, making pearls becomes a necessity if you are to live well. Disappointment and loss are part of everyday life. Many times we can put such things behind us and get on with the rest of our lives. But not everything is amenable to this approach. Some things are too big or too deep to do this, and we will have to leave important parts of ourselves behind if we treat them in this way. These are the places where wisdom begins to grow in us. It begins with suffering that we do not avoid or rationalize or put behind us. It starts with the realization that our loss, whatever it is, has become a part of us and has altered our lives so profoundly that we cannot go back to the way it was before. Something in us can transform such suffering into wisdom. The process of turning pain into wisdom often looks like a sorting process. First we experience things and then we let them go. The anger, the blame, the sense of injustice, and finally even the pain itself. Until all we have left is a deeper sense of the value of life and a greater capacity to live it. The grain of sand we might be encountering at the moment might be rather large. However, I find these words comforting under the present circumstances and feel it's just so relevant for helping us to take heart that good can come out of whatever challenges we might find. Thank you.